want to bring him on with a well-deserved round of applause. Brother Keith, my
In the name of Allah, the beneficent and most merciful Savior, the one God, to whom all glory and praise and forever due. We thank Allah for raising up in our midst a divine guide, leader, and teacher in the person of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, and the very great names that reach from this nation's freedoms of peace and paradise. We say in the Arabic language, Assalamu alaikum. Now, I'm not going to be very long before you this evening, but I want to talk briefly about one thing that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said to us, and then I'm going to take some questions, and we're going to close out. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said to us, if you can find one word of what I'm teaching to be untrue, I will give you $100,000 out of my brother's best pocket, even from the nation's treasury, and my head on a chopping block. Now I'm like my talking. He said, if you can find one word of what I'm teaching you, just one, that I will give you for every word, and then I will lay my head down, that you can chop it off. In other words, give up my life. He had, in all of his 40 years amongst us, never had any takers. He never had any challenges.
That's right.
He never had anyone to say, I can prove you wrong.
That's right.
And come forward and even think of a debate with the man.
That's right.
So I'm going to talk to you for a few minutes about some of the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Some of them are controversial, but we're going to talk for a little while. Like I said, then I'm going to take some questions, and then we're going to go home.
That's right.
I watched the tape earlier of Dr. Khalid, and the point I'm about to make is applicable to him and to Minister Farrakhan when he was on point, as far as the messenger's teachings were concerned. Dr. Khalid inspired a lot of anger when he was talking. This is Donahue. He inspired a lot of anger when he was talking on Donahue. But all of the people that stood up, oh, you're teaching hate, you're teaching your kind of racism, you're teaching this, you're teaching that. But not one of those people ever said, you are lying, Khalid. Dr. Khalid, you are lying.
That's right.
When they were calling Minister Farrakhan an anti-Semite, and were calling Minister Farrakhan a race hater, and they were calling Minister Farrakhan a whole bunch of names you all remember, it was just a few short years ago, how many times did you hear any of them say, you, Farrakhan, are lying? That's a lie. You never heard it one time where they said, you, Farrakhan, are a liar. You, Khalid, you, Elijah Muhammad, you are a liar. So since they were unable to say that the man was a liar, that means all of the rest that you've thrown up is a smoke screen designed to keep the people from seeing the truth that the man is teaching, dealing with that truth, and having to reconcile themselves to that truth. Every one of those names that they called it. Oh, you are a racist, Farrakhan. You are a new Hitler, Farrakhan. Oh, Khalid, you are a hater. You are teaching reverse racism. No, we should all be together and love unity and this, that, and the other. Imagine white folks talking about us being together, love and unity. Now that they see their world crumbling, now that they see their power drying up around the world, now that they see every nation kicking them out, now they want to talk about love, they want to talk about unity, but you wasn't talking about it. You already talking unity. That's right. That's right. When you were enslaving the people, that's right. When for those in Iraq, in Afghanistan, in our parts of Africa, in North Korea. What love and unity are you showing there? You're not showing none at all. But soon as some fire get at their behinds, oh, let's all be friends. Let's all have love. Let's all get together. We got to be one. It is a diverse nation, but we must come together and make it work. You never tried to make it work.
That's right, sir.
You always put us in a place and left us there.
That's right.
You understand?
That's right.
So now you want to talk about love and unity. Well, you talk right on because it won't change anything. Allah himself, the judge, has ultimately given the judgment, and your world, Caucasian, is doomed. He said the die is set, and there's no way to avert the destruction that Allah is going to bring down on this country and the way he's going to dry up their power around the world. But let me get back to my subject. And that is dealing with certain aspects of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad's teachings. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad talked to us about a list of different things. He talked to us about the deportation of the moon. He said the moon that you see that hovers around the earth was once part of the earth. And he said 66 trillion years ago that one of our dissatisfied scientists blew it off in an effort to kill everybody. The messenger said he drilled down into the earth for miles and then packed it with not dynamite as what we have today, but the explosive that Honorable Elijah Muhammad said he used was 30% more powerful than anything that they have of explosives today. 30% more powerful. And this is why I was saying to my Jehovah's Witness brother in here earlier that he don't know nothing about the black man's history. The brother got to talking about how people never thought that men would be flying in airplanes. I said, oh, we already did that. And that's why when they went into the pyramids, they seen it in the hieroglyphs.
That's right.
You found scale models of planes in the pyramids that are thousands of years older than Wilbur and all the writers. Yes, sir. We already knew about that. Space travel. We already knew about all of that. And it's right there in your hieroglyphics. Right there when you go and study the black man's world, you will find that we already had all of that and already knew all of that. Do you understand? Now, Elijah Muhammad said, this moon. He said one of our mind scientists having a explosive that was 30% more powerful than the most powerful explosives that they have today. He said he drilled down into the earth 6 miles and packed it. And then ultimately now ignited it, which caused this moon that we see to blow off. He said the earth dropped 36,000 miles. And nearly 10,000 miles, which is out there, the moon is nearly 10,000 miles, was blown out. And it hovers right now around your earth. Why does it control the water on your planet, giving you high and low tides? It is because the water that was once on that part of the planet, it fell to this side, which caused our planet to now be 2/3 water and only 1/3 land. Because all of the water from that side fell on this side, and that part is still grabbing, trying to get its water, which is the source of all life, and is trying to get it back. So at night it pulls on your water, it pulls on your tides, and ultimately causes a low tide and a high tide. You come back outside, and if you, like the pool that I had put up in my backyard, you know, if that pool ain't